All right, my friends, we are back. I'm back, and I hope you're back too. This is Jay, and this is Jay's Knit and Purl Jam with the hopefully the last part to our knit along for 2025. It's a simple little project. I call it a faux swag sweater. It's not a full sweater, so we don't have to worry about it fitting and all of that. And it just comes up the back, separate the two fronts, come down, and then you make this beautiful faux tie. I hope you enjoy working. But before we even get started, I want everyone to stop and just breathe. We have so much going on. If you signed up for this and now you feel like, Jay, I thought I could do it, but I just don't have the headspace for it right now. I just got things going on, and then every time you look up, something's happening in life. This is why we have the YouTube. I'm under the same stress you are. So, you do not have to finish this sweater or work on it as we're working on it. You can just watch and eat some popcorn and just let yourself relax. Just try to just take care of yourself. This is not going anywhere. It'll be up anytime. The only thing, if I would suggest that you would work the stitch chart so that you will have it or have an idea. Work it with me. I'm working it row by row, and then then you work it again by yourself to see if you've got or understand it. Then you can just hold on to that, and on down the road, I promise you, we're going to have either that stitch on something, or we will have new stitches, and you will be right in the mix. You won't feel like you're left out. So don't feel like you're obligated. I'm not that person. I'm not that kind of person. Look, I had to force myself to come on here and finish this. I thought, oh God. So don't be under stress, or don't put yourself under stress. Come on. I just want you to enjoy the journey. Learn the process. It's more about the process. That's why I'm giving steps and telling you how to remember the steps. Because I'm going to use these same steps every time we make this particular project, design. And I got lots of others that I hadn't even shown you yet. So once you get the process, then your progress will automatically increase, and you will enjoy doing it, and you won't be under stress. Got it? Got it. Okay, so now back to when I left. We had finished step 5. Step 5 was to divide. Step 5 was where we divided each front, and we bound off the neck. So if that's how you can remember it, I'm going to go over all these steps eventually so that you'll have it. But for right now, step 5, we just finished. We divided it, the sweater, into a right front, a neckline that's bound off, really pretty, and then the left front. Okay. So in order for us now to go over the front of each sweater, as we start step 6. Step 6, we're going to have to decrease and then roll on to the end. Step 6 is the decrease step, and then we roll to the end. Doesn't that sound good? So, first thing you do, you lay out your sweater. All right, you when you're ready. Say, okay, I feel like working on my sweater today. You lay out that sweater. You bound off the neck. You can have your two fronts. All right, I want you to look at the color, how your color, since we were using this ombre or stripe yarn, or cakes where there's stripes. If you have large color stripes, like my yarn turned out to be, it said this is pretty wide too. Some people will have yarn that maybe it looks a little more stripy. Those you don't have to worry about changing the color. It's when we have these big wide stripes of color. I just think it looks best to make them kind of look like it goes with the sweater. So look at the back of your sweater and see what order I started down here in the very bottom. Look, I had a very dark, then it went to kind of funny pinkish looking, then it went to a lighter color, then it went to this brownish color, and then it went back to dark. All right, so when I come over the front, now I'm gonna pull this one over because I have one sleeve. I wanted to go ahead and have something to show. My needles are hitting the camera. Let's see, the tripod. Okay, let's see now. Let me get my thing and see if I'm on. Oh, that's good. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so I just simply mimic what my own yarn, how it was set up. Remember the dark, then that brown, then that lighter color, and then that. So like I say, once we get up to our 30 ridges, which we're about to talk about, and start decreasing, I'm going to go ahead and slice and dice. I had some of mine on, I've got some of mine on my needles. See, I've already sliced and diced to find the right color that fits in the right place. See, now there's some of that light. It can go, if I need more, well, I am going to need more on that side. So there's that. Here's that brownish color for me. It's right here. And then there's a darker pink. I think I brought it over here. But I got it. I got a ball of it where I just sliced and diced one of my skeins, some of this skein here. So that once I'm ready, it will be ready and I can just pick it up. And then I go back to where I started with the dark color. Here's the ribbing and the end of the cuff here on that side. Can you see that? All right, in order for us to get from this large part here down to the cuff, we have to decrease. That's what we're going to do right now. And it's real easy and real simple. I keep everything very simple. So make sure that you have whatever color that you came over the shoulder, and then whatever the next color, just have your colors kind of lined up in little balls or something so that they'll be ready. All right, let me change this and set this up a little bit better, and I'll be right back. All right, my friends, let us start on the last step. This is step number 6, and this is the step where we're going to, like I said, we start the decrease and just keep on rolling down. All right, the first thing we have to do, we've gone over slicing and dicing color, having some of the color already set aside. So as you feel like you need to change some of the color to match your back, so as you work down the front, it just looks nice, looks more professional. If you kind of make some of the colors match in places. All right, so the first thing though is on step 6, it's all about the ridges. The ridges just helps us keep a good count and not have to worry so much about measuring or anything. And it helps us, we have to start the decrease. That was the whole thing of getting us to step 6. I start with a little mark down here where, like I said, the neck, all right, where I actually started the neck with the knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Okay, there's a little ridge there because remember we have this whole row of a neck border that rides right up. All right, well, all those ridges on the side is what we count. We need at least 30 ridges to get to where we need to decrease. I used to, try to separate it sometimes, but it's just easy for this particular project if we just go ahead and just at this time say 30 ridges. Get everybody on one accord. You can always change the numbers if you need to for people that are taller, for people that whatever. All right, so I have start working up my 30 ridges. Can you see that? I've started working up, and when I got to about here, this is about 20 ridges. This is where when I had laid my sweater next, kind of pulled it up near my back, like, come across the shoulder and laid it next to my back. I decided I wanted to change one of the colors. Go ahead and start changing the colors so that it goes in the same order down like the back. And so as you can see, I put in this color here, and then I knitted it for about 4 inches or so, or however many. Still count my ridges, just counting up the ridges. All right, and then I saw that, okay, that's about 4 inches. Then I went ahead and changed to this color. The next color is a lighter color for me. All right, and once I changed colors, I was right at or close to 30 ridges. My 30 ridge mark, which is right here. I put a marker on it. Now, let me pull this down so that we can see and talk. Make sure I'm on, because I've done this over a couple of times, and it is not fun to have to. All right, now, let's see about that. See if the light and everything will shine on it. So I went ahead and, since I reached my 30 ridges, I went ahead and did a decrease, and I'm going to get ready to show you the decrease in just a minute. And then I worked across. There's a decrease on each side. And then I purl back. And then I would do, the next row is just knitting across. We only decrease on every other right side row. So once I did one decrease on each end, purl back, then I knit across, purl back. Now I'm on the right side again so that I can get it on camera for you. And this is how simple it is. Okay. All right. So I just simply, I knit my 4 border stitches. Okay. Now I'm up to the marker. As soon as I get to the marker, on the row that I am supposed to do a decrease on, say every other right side row, okay? Let me get some yarn here before I even start. Okay, once I slide that marker, I slip, knit. Reach back and knit it. I slip, knit. That's a decrease. And then I go ahead and knit a couple of other stitches. Just knit over a few stitches. This is how you're going to just keep track of it. Then I'll stop and take one of these little moving markers that I have. Instead of just lining them up, I just take this one. And if you look real close, you will be able to see on yours. You may not be able to see on mine. But you can see it leans to the left. A slip, knit leans to the left. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring it inward. Like, you know, kind of taper the little faux sleeve. So I need this one to lean to the left. And now we're going to go across. And we're going to make the second decrease. It's just going across here. I'm going to get this on camera. No matter how long I've been working on this and had to redo it a few times. It wasn't hard. It's just, I don't know. Whew. Today was a hard day. But I was determined. It's really easy, but on down the road, 6 months from now or next year when somebody finds this video, you know, I don't want to have to try to explain it to them. I want them to be able to just see it. You know, I'll say, well, it's in the video. Here's the time. If you haven't, you know, so they can really look at it. Because I won't be thinking about this in a year. A lady asked me a question about a video from 10 years ago. She sent me a note. I'm like, Lord, I don't know, lady. My mind can't even think where I am today. Now watch. When I get to this end, okay, we want it to lean to the right. So what do? We knit 2 stitches together. So I get to 2 stitches right before the marker. I go ahead and knit these 2 stitches together. And then I slide the marker. And then I do the 4-stitch border. I just knit those stitches. All right, now let's just, don't see much yet, but I have it marked here just to help me. I'm going to show you how easy it is to count. You don't have to do put a lot of markers in there. I'm going to show you the easy way. All right, so immediately, as soon as I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and do this on camera. As soon as I finish, well, let me go ahead and do this. As soon as I finish, I'm going to turn and I'm going to purl on the wrong side. So I knit the border, of course. Then I bring the yarn in front, slide the marker, and I'm just going to purl all the stitches. I just need to get back to a right side row. Nothing happens on the wrong side in this little section. Nothing happens. You don't have to worry about anything special. Yeah, so she was asking me, she says, on this row, and then it was a crochet project, and I'm sure it was very frustrating to her, but, I told her, I just reminded her that I would have to check it out, but my headspace just couldn't go there, and out of the thousands of people that have seen that video, not anybody had that question, because I would have made a note and put a correction over somewhere. So I let her know that, and so I just gave her some tips or some hints of what she, might could do, but I couldn't go back, and I just didn't have the headspace. I was trying to work on this, and and everything else going on in life. Okay, so here I go. I'm just knitting across because I just simply need to get back to the right side. So, and I want this on here. When I get up to the marker, put it yarn in back, go ahead and knit the border on this side. Okay, so now when I turn the work, I'm on the right side, but I only decrease on every other row. So I have my marker to let me know this was the row that I decreased on, and when you look over here and you can see knit two together, it really leans to the right. You'll be able to see yours, but I'm going to keep that marker there. Okay, so I'm on the right side row that I don't need to do anything to, but just knit across. So I'm just going to do it, just so it's on here. It won't take that long. Oh, you know how many times I've done this. I don't really know how to edit, And I try not to make it real hard for my son who does my editing, Sometimes I'll have him, if I need to take this out and then put this in and start over here because I messed up over there. A lot of times I just go ahead and delete the whole little section. Maybe if this section messed up, I'd just delete it and start over. And I just couldn't. I was tired of starting over for every little mistake. So, just ride with me. So now I'm just knitting across this row because there's no decrease on it. This is the row, say if you were thinking about changing color while we're decreasing. We're not going to make that many decreases, but say while you're decreasing, maybe I need to decrease to the next color or something. I always think about this row in between, the one that you're not decreasing actually on. This row right here, I'm just knitting across. You would have started, added the color here and just knit across, purl back. Then you're ready for the next decrease. I wouldn't put it on the row that I'm going to decrease on. Don't make it hard for yourself. Try to take a... Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of the row, and there's nothing to do because this was just a plain knit row. I slide the marker and knit the border. Okay, so now let's see, I can scrape up enough yarn here to get on with this. All right. Let's see, I don't need to change colors yet. I'm just looking. I'm just talking to, you have to kind of talk yourself through the steps, okay? All right. I don't need to change colors yet by looking at my other sleeve here. Ooh, it's about 6 inches or so. See, I can look at the sleeve that I kind of worked ahead. How about that? Let me see if that's on so I can make sure that see, now you can kind of get an idea. Like, all right, nope, I don't need to change colors yet. So I'm going to turn the work. Okay, once I turn the work, guess what? I'm just on the wrong side. On the wrong side, all I have to do is just purl back. Do my border and just purl back. I'm going to get back this time, and I got something to show you that I think you will find very helpful. Okay, now that's what I'm looking at, and I'm just looking at color changes I've already made. Oh, my hands are sweaty a little bit. Oh my gosh. I have just been looking at all kind of stitch patterns and everything. Found some really pretty ones. I just love looking at, I just like looking at stitches. You can find charts, you know, they're in public domain all over the net. You can find them on Pinterest. You can find them everywhere, where people just sit at home and make knit charts, and then they just upload them to YouTube. Just like when you want to upload something you just made. Some of them upload with the charts, and some of them just upload their projects. Oops, I got a little split yarn here, so let me take care of that. My yarn was split. Alright, so all I'm doing is just purling across. This was just that row where there's nothing to do but knit across and then purl back. So it sets me up for the next decrease. Slide the marker. Then I have my 4-stitch border. Alright, now when I turn the work, I'm on the right side of the fabric again. And I can just kind of glance over at what I already have, or part of your back or whatever. I can see now, you can even, kind of even count the ridges or measure a little bit, but I can see I'm not there to change colors to go to the next color yet. So I'm going to keep on decreasing. Alright, now, but let me show you this. Alright, oh gosh, I forgot I got to go do something. I forgot I got to go to the store. Okay, whatever. And you just get up and leave your stuff, and then later on in the evening, finally you get a little time to say, "Phew, I just can't wait to get back and work on my project." All right, now what did she say? Now wait a minute. Now I was decreasing. Okay, let me show you this. I do this a lot. Everybody knows this is something I have shared, but I'm gonna share it with you too. This is masking tape. Not duct tape, masking tape. You can buy it at the grocery store, you can buy it anywhere. Get a Dollar Tree. Alright, so it is your best friend in knitting. Whenever you have to, because I don't have written patterns, and if you have a written pattern, you may have 5 or 6 pages, and you got to make sure you remember which page, or the mark it, or circle it, or something. Well, since I don't have written patterns, alright, I started doing this years ago to help me, because if I put down a project and came back, I'm thinking, oh, I may have written a little note or a sticky note, but I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put the sticky note. But look, so on this side, every time it's going to be a slip knit with the masking tape. Can you see that? On this side, it's going to be knit 2 together. And it's on the masking tape, and I don't have to worry about it. It will be the exact same on this side. You don't switch them. It'll be exact slip, knit 2 together. Slip, knit 2 together on every other right side row. Now, isn't that handy? Your note is right here, right where, so where you left off, you just come back and go, oh yeah, all right, I got it. I can tell by the little mark here. I put a mark on the last one that I decreased, and you can tell there's 2 stitches, there's, that you've worked 2 rows. So now I'm ready for the next decrease row on every other right side in this. So I knit the border, stop, slide the marker. What did it say? Slip, slip, knit. Slip, slip, knit. Then I knit across, just like this. Get a little more yarn, and then that. Oh, and then I stopped. I almost forgot. I go ahead and move my little marker. Some people put markers on every one, but that would be too many. That would just get in my way. So I go ahead and stop. I can see the stitch leaning to the left. I can see it right there. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that stitch. So I know I've done it. Now, as I work across to the other side, I have to decrease also. Both decreases on the same row, and then we're gonna, then I'll tell you another little something that's gonna help you. Save you a lot of time. Okay, I'm still knitting across, getting ready to make the decrease on this side. Okay, what was the decrease? What did she say? Wait a minute, oh yeah. Knit 2 together on this side. See it? So I just knit up to the marker. Knit 2 stitches before the marker. There they are. I knit 2 together. Slide the marker and then knit my border. That is the process. Then I will simply purl back, knit another row, purl back, and then I'm ready to decrease again. What do you think of that? Okay, so now the next thing I just want to share with you is, okay, now Jay, how many decreases do we make? Okay, instead of counting all those decreases and trying to take your mind on or trying to figure out all that, all you have to do, you see these stitches between the borders? These stitches right here. Every once in a while I want you to stop and count. You need 17 stitches left. After all the decreases, I want you to have 17 stitches. So let's kind of see how many I have right now after I've done a couple of decreases. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, I got quite a few. There's 18, 20, 22, and 23. Look like 23. So I know to keep decreasing until I get down to 17 stitches. 17 stitches. But now you got to remember to kind of watch and see whenever you might need to change colors. For those that have to change colors, if you're, if you don't have big color stripes, you don't have anything to worry about. You just keep on knitting, but you do have to, count your stitches every once in a while till you get down to 17, not the borders, just in between. And it fits right into when we get ready to do the 1 by 1 rib at the bottom. And that's how I set it up, and it works perfect every time. All right, now let me change my camera. Let's come back and talk a little bit. All right, so now I can kind of switch to the sleeve I've just about completed, my little faux sleeve. All right, so you can see this was where I left. I was working in this section here, in this lighter section, and then I saw that I needed to, I worked it at about 6 inches or so, or whatever that looks compatible with my back, how my colors lined up, how my stripes lined up. I'm not trying to get the exact same number. We're just trying to trick the eye. But we do want the colors to fall in the same sequence. And your eye will pick it up and it'll go, oh, that's pretty. Okay, so once I did that, and then I kept decreasing down till I got to how many stitches everyone, everywhere, every size, 17 stitches. So you don't have to, that's all you have to do. Every once in a while stop, and as you get close to 17 stitches, and then finally you'll reach 17. Because I got the whole design set up so that you'll come out with 17 stitches so that you can do the cuff, every one. Alright, then, so that's back up here. You can see how it tapers in. Can you see it now? Let's see if that's showing up on the camera. Let me see. Yeah, see how it tapered? It went from real wide at the shoulder. So now it's tapered in towards the center because of the left leaning decrease and the right leaning decrease. Now, I reach my 17 stitches somewhere back up here. Now all I have to do is just knit. The border, 17 stitches, the border, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, all the way down. And what you want to do is work down to the bottom edge of the sweater. Let's see if I can lay it out. It's such a mess here. Let's see, can I lay it out without having to turn the camera off? This is a big piece of fabric, so especially for my size, you know. So you just have to kind of look at it. Alright, so you're going to keep knitting until you get to the bottom of the sweater. Now let me see if that's on. Can you see the back a little bit? Okay, can you see the bottom edge of the sweater right there? Okay, and you're knitting down. All you have now is just a border, 17 stitches and a border, and you just keep knitting back and forth. When you get near the bottom of the sweater, you want to knit about 2 inches past the bottom. About 2 inches. Doesn't have to be exact, but you want to clear the bottom. So for me, I had to switch back to my darker color while I was still kind of up in the dark color section. I switched to my dark color. Then I knitted for about another, around 2 inches total, right there. Can you see it? And then I wanted to start my cuff. Now this is dark, but I'm going to pull it open so you can see the 1 by 1 rib. And since we have the 17 stitches in the center, plus the 2 borders, it works out perfect. All you're going to do is when you get down, you finish the 2 inches, now you're going to start over on one side. There's going to be an edge stitch because it's on the edge. So I knit the edge stitch. Now we're on the front of the fabric. We're on the front of the sleeve. So I knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit, purl, all the way across, and it comes out just right where I'll start with, just like I started, a knit, purl, knit, and then you'll knit the edge stitch, just like we did the back border, just a regular one. Now, the thing of it is, I like to knit this little sleeve, this little, you turn on the wrong side, and then you start over here. The edge stitch, but on the wrong side you have to start with a purl, knit. You start with the opposite, just reading the stitches. You're going to knit the cuff. This is a cuff now. I like to knit at least 3 inches. Here's the 2 inches past the bottom of the sweater. Then I'm going to knit the cuff for another 3 inches. Can you see that? I've got a good 3 inches on this cuff at the bottom. So now when I reach that, I can tell myself, okay, now I just want to bind off. I want to bind off just like I did the neckline, because you've already had practice. So you got a little yarn here. I got some yarn on a bread tie. Let's see, can I get my needle straight here? And I think I'll move all that now, get it out of the way so you can see. Set my number back up. So this is still step 6. This is the last step. This is where we do all the decreasing work. Get down to our cuff, our 1 by 1 cuff. And now, just like we did the neck, we're going to bind off on the wrong side. So, I've done my 3 inches. Then I go ahead and I knit the first stitch. Stop, go and knit the second stitch. Now reach back, bring that stitch over, And be real careful and bind off. Well, I got some. Let me just kind of go back in. It is hard seeing this dark. Woo! So don't work on dark or black or anything at night or something like that, people. So I reach back, pull it down a little bit. Just take your time. See, I'm used to bamboo. See, these needles are just sliding everywhere. The stitches are just sliding for me, but oh, I'm too close to turn around now. I'm going to get me some yarn off my little bread tie. So you just make a little ball or have yourself some extra yarn. See, we've already practiced. That's what makes it so great. I'm not binding off in pattern where I'm flipping the yarn back and forth. I'm just doing the knit stitch. I'm on the wrong side. You can see it's the wrong side. And now I'm going to knit another stitch. Stop. Reach back and bind off. And try to do it loose. Just like this. Knit the next stitch. Reach back real loose like and bind it off. The next stitch. Well, I already started, so I'm going to try to get a... See, can I go across? And about every inch or so, remember, you stop and kind of give it just a little pull, just to kind of keep it loose. Reach back and bind off. Woo. Reach back and bind off. Okay, see how it's looking? Okay, we'll look at the front. Let me go ahead and finish. Then we'll look at the front. So if you have any questions, a lot of this, especially with this type of yarn, it's what you think looks nice. All you have to do is remember the steps. And I will be going over the step. I won't do it on this because I want to get this done so you'll know how to get to the finish. I'm going to do a finish video. I'm going to do a finish video so that we can come back after you have finished doing all the knitting, weaving in all your loose ends. Then I'm going to show you how I steam it really nice. Because a lot, I know, sometimes people just don't steam them that good. See, now I'm just, look at that. That's just like we did the neckline, see? You've already practiced. And it really makes a big difference. Just like people, who work with wool, you just look so pretty after they finish doing the wet blocking. But I don't wet block this. This is just inexpensive yarn, and I just steam it. I don't have any place to lay out all those mats and things, or I'm just too lazy. when the iron will do the trick, when I can just steam it. Okay, I'm up to the last stitch. Knit it, reach back, pull that through. Now I have one stitch left on. Now I go ahead and pull that up, but I like to cut mine. And then I bring this in front and pop it through. Some people just pull. I'd like to go ahead and do that extra. Then pull it. And then I'll weave that in, of course. And now, when you turn it to the right side, you're going to get those little purl bumps like you did at the neckline. Can you see it? There is the sleeve. There is the cuff. I've steamed this a little bit, so you see it's kind of laying. But now the sleeve is going to always roll in. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to look like a sleeve when you do the tie. And that's how it looks. Now, what I will do, I'm trying to think, is there anything else on this? Okay, we touch bases on everything. I will do a summary. a finish so that you can see. Just kind of run through the steps, make sure you got it, show you how I go ahead and steam my sweater here, and just make it look really pretty. And then I will have one more surprise on on the finished video, but I'm not going to share it with you now. We'll do it when we come back. So far as I can see, far as I can think now, whew, like I said, this has been step number 6, where we just go down to the very bottom and finish up the sleeve. You'll have both sides done. Try to, lay them out like side by side and, kind of make them matchy-matchy a little bit, So my next sleeve is going to look pretty much like this. I'm going to have the same colors going in the same order, just like the back. So when it's hanging up, it looks really nice. It looks professional. All right, this is Jay. I can't think of anything else to put on this one. I wanted it to be short and to the point so that we can get done. Because, like I say, life is tiring enough. We just don't have any more headroom. So I hope this gave you a little relaxation. Like I said, don't be under stress. You don't have to do all of this at one time. You work at your own pace of when you want to do it. That's what the YouTube is for. But I am so thankful, and I am just so thrilled that so many of you joined my little knit along. It was just something I threw at the last minute, and can you imagine what my big surprise? I'm sitting at home thinking about what I can go in there and eat, which I didn't need, and then Seta popped up on my TV on the big screen. I said, "Oh, Seta." and she started the ball rolling. She said she had an announcement, and I had no clue. I thought, "Oh Lord, she's not moving again, is she?" No, she wasn't moving again. So it's just amazing. And so I just wanted to make sure I thanked her, but then I wanted the blessing to see how far we can push it, see how far, who we can hit, who we can touch with the blessing. And we are just touching so many. Like I say, and now that I've tried to take the pressure off of you, you can still be a part of the knit along, but you have to upload some videos, since this was her announcement and her thing, and that's how she started. I want to keep that part going. I want to give that part to her. So you can do the knit along anytime, and then just like Seta, nobody puts up as many videos as Seta, so you can always pop up a video and go, "Hey, this is where I am on the knit along, on the Faux Swag Sweater knit along. I'm still working on it, hadn't finished, but here's where I am. This is what I've learned." Little things, so you can still pop a video up. My regular followers, fans, and my YouTube family, I try to honor them for their support over the years. They send me in their pictures, and I make them if you look on my YouTube channel, they're called friendship albums. Oh, go back and look at some of the friendship albums. Just kind of scroll down, and if you see one that says friendship album, Jay's friendship album, oh, you need to look at those. They are so pretty. It's where people who've been with me for years, they film and take pictures as they go with the projects, different projects, and then they send them to me and I put them to music. Oh, it's so much fun. But I'm going to keep this one, since Seta is the one who came up with this idea, that you post a video, so that then that way we can go over and just give you, like I said, likes, thumbs up, subscribe, everything. We want you to, as anybody goes up, we all go up. Isn't that great? Ooh, I feel a chill in the air. So this is Jay, and Bird didn't say anything. I don't know, I have been neglecting Bird for a while. I don't know, I've just been so out of it. So Bird, I'm sorry, but it's okay, it's okay. So until I put the finished video, where I'm going to show you how to do all the finishing, you've got plenty of time now to decide if you can, work on your sweater or whatever you want to do, but you're under no stress or no obligation. You can do it anytime. You are still and much appreciated here at Jay's Knit and Purl Jam. So I'll see you I'll give you a week or two to finish working on whatever you're going to do. Some even suggested, about trying to do a scarf. And I try to give a little idea of a scarf where you could just do the chart and then do some ribbing. Do the chart at one end and then go around the neck with some 1x1 rib stitch, and then do the chart again coming down. It's just real cute, just real fun, just real easy. So again, I will have the finished video and just give you some time to work, and I will be back to show you how to make this so pretty at the end, and the surprise too. Jay and Bird out. Bye-bye.